Bhutan, a land of mysteries and serenity. In a country where nearly half of the population is illiterate and over 30% live in poverty, lies one of the happiest nations on earth. Bhutan, a small kingdom nestled amidst the rugged mountain of the Himalayas, offers a unique and enchanting experience. The majority of its people find contentment in their lives, and those who visit once yearn to return. An oasis outside the modern world. Prior to 1974, Bhutan remained largely unknown to the outside world, hidden away in the midst of the Himalayan wilderness. Foreigners were not permitted to enter Bhutan, and Bhutanese citizens had limited opportunities to travel abroad. Even today, Bhutan retains its seclusion from the modern world. It was the last country to introduce television broadcasting, which only began in 1999. With only one airport and a single runway that operates during daylight hours and favorable weather conditions, only 8 professional pilots in the world dare to land here. Roads less traveled. In Bhutan, the concept of well-developed roadways is a luxury. The main national highway, stretching from east to west, has a standard width of only 2.5 meters. It winds its way through steep slopes and treacherous terrains, turning even a leisurely drive at 15 kilometers per hour into an adventurous sport. The only capital without traffic lights. Bhutan's Seoul Airport, located 6 kilometers away from the town of Paro, welcomes distant travelers with terraced golden paddy fields exuding a warm aroma of ripe rice. Beyond the vibrant rice fields, Paro unfolds like a fairy tale. Silent Tibetan Buddhist monasteries stand amidst the fragrance of incense, with touches of vermilion from the robes of devoted monks. Elaborate wooden doors adorned with ornate carvings dangle strings of ripe chilies, while children with rosy cheeks exhibit half-friendly, half-curious smiles. The quaint, pristine streets, lined with charming white or pale yellow houses, evoke a nostalgic ambiance, as if transported from a distant past. Bhutanese architecture leaves a powerful impression, distinct from any other country in the world. Regardless of their age, all buildings here embrace an ancient aesthetic. Modern Western-style high-rise structures are absent, as the Bhutanese government maintains strict regulations on building heights and styles to ensure urban harmony and reflect the nation's traditional cultural heritage. In Paro, and even in Thimphu, the capital and largest city of Bhutan, traffic congestion is virtually unheard of. With few vehicles on the road, the air remains pristine. Interestingly, Thimphu may be the only capital city in the world without traffic lights. There used to be one in the past, but locals disliked it, considering it disruptive and incongruous with the overall scenery. Consequently, the city authorities removed it and replaced it with a traffic policeman. Bhutan's allure lies not in its material wealth or technological advancements, but in its preservation of tradition, connection with nature, and the happiness that emanates from within its people. Exploring this mysterious land is like stepping into a realm untouched by time, where simplicity, spirituality, and natural beauty converge. 4 ingredients that make Bhutan a land of happiness. Cultivating happiness, the Bhutanese way. In the mesmerizing kingdom of Bhutan, a land steeped in tradition and spiritual serenity, happiness reigns supreme. At the heart of this joyous nation is the revered 4th king, Jigme Singye Wangchuck, affectionately known as the Living Buddha. His portrait adorns countless homes, a testament to the Bhutanese people's deep reverence for him. It was King Wangchuck who introduced an extraordinary measure to gauge the nation's progress: the gross national happiness, GNH, a profound departure from the conventional economic yardsticks like GNP or GDP. Remarkably, Bhutan stands as the pioneering and sole country in the world to embrace GNH. For the Bhutanese, happiness thrives on 4 essential pillars: sustainable development, environmental preservation, cultural conservation, and exemplary governance. These principles were not mere concepts but vivid realities, brought to life by the visionary leadership of King Wangchuck. Bhutan cautiously opened its doors to tourism, lured by the prospects of economic growth. Yet, it remained steadfast in safeguarding its pristine natural wonders and cultural heritage. Through ingenious policies, Bhutan struck a delicate balance, welcoming visitors while preserving the sanctity of its land. The management of tourist influx was a masterstroke. Bhutan did not resort to visa restrictions but required all visitors to partake in meticulously crafted tour packages offered by government-approved companies. Such a system ensured that the number of visitors remained manageable, enabling both profitability and conservation, a testament to Bhutan's unwavering commitment. Under the king's enlightened decree, Bhutan embraced a profound ecological pledge. For every tree felled, 3 new saplings must take root, a sacred ritual of harmony with nature. Today, over 60% of Bhutan remains draped in lush forests, while a quarter of its territory is enshrined as national parks. Nylon bags are banished from its borders, and the use of pesticides, growth stimulants, and preservatives remains an alien concept to Bhutanese farmers. These extraordinary measures have bestowed upon Bhutan an ecological splendor, fostering a remarkably diverse and pristine ecosystem, an unparalleled marvel in our world. Bhutan stands as a remarkable guardian of its cultural identity, a jewel in the crown of heritage preservation. Its vibrant streets paint a kaleidoscope of colors as men gracefully don the gho, a knee-length coat cinched at the waist, and women radiate elegance in their exquisite kira, a traditional wraparound dress. Upholding the king's decree, Bhutanese people proudly embrace their traditional attire, embodying a cultural richness that permeates every facet of their lives. Buddhism, the state religion with over 70% of the population as followers, imbues their souls with authenticity, kindness, and benevolence, an ethos that defines the Bhutanese spirit. In a world swept by the deluge of Western influences, Bhutan has chosen its own path to safeguard its people's well-being. Television channels teeming with explicit content, violence, even the sports channel 10 Sports, with its excessive focus on wrestling, fashion TV, and the ever-alluring MTV, exiled from the kingdom. This resolute stance has shielded Bhutan from the epidemics of theft, murder, and drugs that plague modern societies. Even in the 21st century, Bhutan stands tall as a living testament to the possibility of harmony, where crime becomes an elusive shadow, overshadowed by the resplendence of its culture. A symphony of contentment resonates throughout the Bhutanese landscape, as the people revel in their pursuit of happiness. In a survey conducted in 2005, an astonishing 97% of Bhutanese citizens declared themselves happy. Within this joyful realm, 45% expressed overwhelming happiness, 52% acknowledged a deep sense of contentment, leaving a mere 3% dissatisfied with their lives. Bhutan ranks among the top 10 nations worldwide in terms of citizen satisfaction, achieving this remarkable feat with a per capita income of just over $1,800. In the realms of education and healthcare, Bhutan's unwavering commitment to its people shines bright. Children embark on their educational journeys free from the burden of fees, generously provided with nourishment, textbooks, and learning materials. Healthcare services are extended to both citizens and tourists, ensuring the well-being of all, irrespective of their socioeconomic status. Despite a poverty rate of over 30%, Bhutan stands as a bastion of care, shielding its people from the anguish of hunger, illness without access to medicine, or their children's educational deprivation. In the magical kingdom of Bhutan, happiness is more than a fleeting emotion, it is a way of life. A symphony of sustainable development, cultural preservation, environmental guardianship, and compassionate governance orchestrates a harmonious existence. As the Bhutanese people dance through their days with a reverence for their past and a deep connection to their natural surroundings, they remind the world that true happiness lies not in material riches but in the pursuit of a meaningful, balanced, and enlightened existence. Renouncing power for the sake of the nation, a remarkable transition in Bhutan. A pivotal moment that may have left the people feeling somewhat uneasy was the decision to transform Bhutan's system of government from an absolute monarchy to a constitutional monarchy, spearheaded by King Jigme Singye Wangchuck himself. The king believed that absolute power in the hands of a monarch would only benefit the nation if the ruler possessed great wisdom and unwavering dedication. However, if a future monarch lacked the necessary competence or moral compass, the country would suffer significant consequences. Thus, Bhutan embarked on a path towards democracy, transferring the power to choose the nation's leaders into the hands of the people through parliamentary elections. This transition was crucial for the practice of good governance, one of the 4 pillars that contribute to the gross national happiness. The first parliamentary elections in Bhutan took place at the beginning of 2008. The decision to democratize the nation did not initially bring happiness to the people of Bhutan, who were content with the leadership of their king. They were unsure whether the change would bring anything better than what they already had or would simply lead to conflicts and political disputes among factions. Many individuals even came before the royal palace, pleading for the king to continue holding absolute power. To convince the people about the benefits of democratization, King Jigme Singye Wangchuck sent his son, the fifth king of Bhutan, on a nationwide tour, where he interacted with people from all walks of life. The young king, aged 28 and an Oxford University graduate, was crowned in November 2008, becoming the first monarch under the constitutional monarchy system in Bhutan. The transition from absolute monarchy to constitutional monarchy marked a significant chapter in Bhutan's history, showcasing the deep commitment of its leaders to the nation's well-being. Despite initial concerns and uncertainties, the Bhutanese people embraced this change, trusting in the vision of their beloved king and recognizing the potential benefits of a democratic system. It was a bold move that demonstrated the profound wisdom and foresight of King Jigme Singye Wangchuck, ensuring that Bhutan would continue its journey towards progress, happiness, and harmonious governance. He is hailed as the world's youngest king, currently reigning in his glory. At the age of 17, an unexpected encounter occurred when a 7-year-old girl rushed towards him and exclaimed, "Let me be with you." He replied, "Wait until you grow up. If you're still unmarried and I haven't settled down, I will marry you." Little did they know that fate would bring them together again years later, destined to become husband and wife. This is the enchanting love story of Bhutan's King Jigme Khesar Namgyal Wangchuck and Queen Jetsun Pema. Jetsun Pema, hailing from an ordinary family in Bhutan, a country known as the happiest nation on earth, met Prince Jigme Khesar Namgyal Wangchuck at the tender age of 7, while he was just turning 17. That fateful encounter changed her life, and after 14 years, she became the Queen of Bhutan. Polygamy is legal in Bhutan, but King Jigme Khesar Namgyal Wangchuck declared that he would not marry anyone other than Jetsun Pema. She is his first and only wife. It is due to this declaration that the people of Bhutan often liken the love story between them to a modern-day fairy tale. Standing at 180 centimeters tall, with a handsome appearance, regal demeanor, and extraordinary charisma, Prince Jigme Khesar Namgyal Wangchuck captured the hearts of millions of young Bhutanese girls. Moreover, many mothers in Bhutan see him as an ideal future son-in-law. He ascended the throne after his father, King Jigme Singye Wangchuck, abdicated in 2006, becoming one of the world's youngest monarchs. Although born into royalty, King Jigme Khesar Namgyal Wangchuck does not lead an extravagant or promiscuous lifestyle. On the contrary, he focuses on acquiring knowledge, having studied at prestigious institutions such as Boston University, USA, and Oxford University, United Kingdom, where he achieved commendable academic results. Their love story embodies a fairy tale that has come to life, captivating the hearts and imaginations of people worldwide. The remarkable journey of Bhutan's royal couple serves as a beacon of hope, a testament to the power of love, and a reminder that true happiness can be found even in the modern world. Both individuals, prior to their marriage, led lives as commoners but resided within the royal family until their official union and ascension to the throne. As stated by the Washington Post, Queen Jetsun was actually born into a prosperous family. Her father served as a pilot, while her mother hailed from the oldest noble lineage in Bhutan. Furthermore, her great-grandfather had once governed the eastern province of Tashigang, and her maternal grandfather was the sibling of the second king of Bhutan's wife. Her family had many connections with the Bhutanese royalty. The first time she met her future husband was during a family outing when she was only 7 years old, while the prince was a 17-year-old young man. Jetsun Pema, a cute and adorable little girl, ran up to Prince Jigme Khesar Namgyal Wangchuck, held his hand, and said in a childish voice, "I want to go with you. I want to marry you." The prince seemed surprised and smiled, asking, "Why do you want to go with me? You have many friends here." Without any hesitation, little Jetsun Pema replied, "I like you." The prince looked at Jetsun Pema's serious expression, and his heart also trembled before her innocent and pure affection. He whispered to her that when she grew up, he would marry her if they were both still single and in love. After hearing the prince's words, Jetsun Pema felt shy. She nodded slightly in agreement and quickly ran off to another place. From that moment on, Jetsun Pema hoped that she would grow up quickly and have the chance to meet and marry that young man. At that time, little Jetsun Pema had no idea of the true identity of the boy she had met. It was not until she was 10 years old that she realized he was the future king of Bhutan. She often heard adults discussing the future handsome husband of the prince, and they speculated that his queen would come from a noble family or a royal lineage with extraordinary beauty. With outstanding academic achievements, in 2006, at the age of 16, Jetsun Pema was admitted to one of the best schools in India. During her time there, she studied English, history, geography, and economics, excelling in all subjects. After completing her high school education in 2008, she enrolled at Regent's College in London, United Kingdom. In addition to Dzongkha, the official language of Bhutan, she became proficient in English and Hindi. Not only an excellent student, but Jetsun Pema also had a passion for arts, photography, and traditional Bhutanese music. While still in school, she participated in music and dance performances. During the same period, Prince Jigme Singye Wangchuck was also studying abroad. However, he never forgot Jetsun Pema and the promise he made to her. A few years later, the once prince had become the king of Bhutan and reunited with the student, Jetsun Pema. From that moment on, he couldn't take his eyes off Jetsun Pema. The lively and playful little Jetsun Pema had now grown into a beautiful and talented woman. Upon meeting her again, the king fell in love with her and decided not to marry anyone else but her. True to the saying, opportunity favors the prepared mind, Jetsun Pema once again captured the heart of King Jigme Singye Wangchuck. Now, both of them were ready to fulfill their long-ago promise. The king didn't hesitate to propose and vowed to love only her for the rest of his life. Although the king's father had 4 wives, King Jigme Singye Wangchuck stated that he would not marry any additional wives and would remain devoted to Jetsun Pema, who possessed wealth of affection and kindness that made his heart skip a beat whenever he was with her. In 2011, the commoner girl, 21-year-old Jetsun Pema, married King Jigme Singye Wangchuck, 31 years old. The royal wedding was organized in a simple traditional style in Bhutan. The ceremony took place within the family and the guests included only members of the royal household and a few thousand local people. Throughout the ceremony, the king couldn't hide his happiness. He stated that he had been waiting for this moment for a long time and believed that he had found the right woman to accompany him for the rest of his life. After the wedding, the king and queen didn't indulge in a lavish honeymoon abroad. Instead, they traveled around Bhutan and visited India. For them, it didn't matter where they went, as long as they were together, it was more than enough. Jetsun Pema understood that her husband's happiness lay in serving the country and its people. Therefore, following her husband's example, she actively fulfilled her royal duties. She not only accompanied the king on foreign visits but also traveled to remote parts of the country to engage in conversations with the people. On such occasions, the king and queen led a humble life, content with resting in simple houses in the villages. On a few occasions, when they had to travel to remote and uneven terrains, Queen Jetsun Pema was ready to walk alongside everyone and never complained about it. In 2016, their beautiful love story bloomed with the birth of their little prince, Gyalzi Jigme Namgyal Wangchuck, and Queen Jetsun Pema in the midst of ordinary life. The king has never been able to explain why he fell so deeply in love with Jetsun Pema. But surely, Jetsun Pema understands that she is the reason why he can't love anyone else. Jetsun Pema is truly fortunate, but to achieve this fortune, she tirelessly worked on self-improvement and prepared herself mentally to become the Queen of Bhutan, and she truly deserves everything she has. What do you behold with your eyes? A land deemed the happiest on earth, a true-life fairy tale entwining Cinderella and her prince? Bhutan's enchanting panorama convinces us that such wonders can only exist within its borders, that only Bhutan possesses such resplendent treasures. Beauty, in its truest form, does not emanate from opulence or scientific advancement, but rather radiates from the gaze and smiles of the Bhutanese people. We extend our gratitude for joining us on this visual journey. Kindly consider subscribing to our channel and showing your appreciation by giving this video a thumbs up.